Welcome. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize the duality of the elements, of fire and water. That while opposites, both serve to help further human life in different ways. One way they can both be utilized is a cleansing aspect. Fire can burn away the rot and overgrowth, both in nature and metaphorically within our lives, both daily and spiritually. It allows new healthy growth and serves as a light against the darkness of the world. Water, in contrast, is cool and cleansing. It can wash away the filth and grime, both physically on our bodies, but also spiritually on our souls, as we perform the actions before entering a religious space. Hearthfire welcomes both of these elements, and we will be utilizing both of these elements today before we enter this space. One by one, you will each step forward and dip your hands into the cool waters, and I will pass the torch over you to burn away any overgrowth that may be holding you back. I light this fire.
I will keep the flame.
I would like to invite the fender of our temple to come and hallow this sacred space. This is a call and repeat section. You guys repeat what he says.
May the gods guide us.
May the gods guide us.
May our oaths keep us.
May our oaths keep us.
May our deeds free us.
May our deeds free us.
May the ancestors aid us always.
May the ancestors aid us always.
And may the land spirits who are based and chill vibe among us.
May the land spirits who are based and chill vibe among us. Bless this space so that all may be protected. Shield this group from harm always. And let the God's blessings be over our heads. So let it be.
So let it be.
Welcome. Welcome. What a comfortable day we have here. Not too warm, not too chilly. After just finishing a great meal, it's easy to feel that we are extremely blessed to have time and space to gather today, to want to leave the stresses of the world behind. When we gather here in this safe space, it helps remind us just how important community is, how coming together can help build trust and strength. Because the stresses are there, aren't they? There are forces in the world causing stress, applying pressure. Injustices taking place that weigh on the mind. Situations we find ourselves in that feel like they are holding us back, keeping us down from reaching our true potential of success and freedoms we rightly deserve. Across the world and through time, we people are no stranger to the concept of oppression and injustice, though it can take many forms. Hundreds of years ago, when our neighbors were kept in chains, to moments today, from across the seas where war crimes take place daily, to here at home, small moments of a boss betraying your hard work with decisions that will affect your life negatively, a friend stabbing you in the back after years of loyalty, a partner breaking your trust with actions you didn't deserve. All these small moments making you feel trapped in your own existence. Life can feel heavy when these chains weigh us down, when it feels like our oppressors mock us for tricking us into the shackles they themselves created. Our rightful anger boils over into other aspects of our lives, making it hard to concentrate on the good that goes on around us. It's like a toxic cloud that hangs overhead, choking us. And there is no God who knows this existence better than the one named Fenrir. The great wolf who grew too quickly, the ferocious fighter who was wise and quick-witted, the chain breaker who refused to stay bound forever. He is a lonely God, known for being feared by those around him for his size and strength, shunned for acts he may not commit at all. For those that don't know him, he can be intimidating to approach. For many today, they too fear him as the gods did. They do not speak his name by their fires. They do not leave offerings for him on their altars. The great wolf wanders the woods alone and often forgotten. But there are some, myself included, who keep his name close and say it often. A daily ritual I do every morning is to leave an offering on the edge of the woods, letting him know this house is safe. He is welcomed by my fire, even if he does not fully trust me. Today, we invite him by our fire. We coax him from the edge of the woods and hope that he can trust us as we in turn put trust in him. For those that know him, they will agree. He is not a wild animal. He is intelligent, wise. He knows how to solve problems, and more importantly, knows when not to get involved. When to strike, but also when to ignore taunts and tricks. He is not warm-natured. He is not overly kindly. He will not sugarcoat a situation for you. He will not coddle you in your moment of need. But he will understand, for he has been in your shoes. He knows your pain. He knows your suffering, your grief of the world. He has seen it. He has experienced all of it. And though he bares his teeth against the world, for those who need a shoulder to lean on, he will not leave you abandoned. For he lives 1,000 lifetimes shackled to the ground, with only one friend who dared to check on him from time to time. And he does not want you to feel the same absence. He is the son of Loki, who is known for lighting fires of change in the hearts of those who need it. Fenrir, too, has a burning heart of flames that spills forth from his fangs. When injustice tries to creep up, it is scorched through Fenrir's fierceness. When immoral acts are justified, it is Fenrir's righteous claws that beat them down. When maltreatment becomes normal, Fenrir's mighty bite helps to restore equity where none can be found. Fenrir's actions cannot be described as done out of love, but out of duty. He cares for us not as a father would, but as someone who knows that something must be done, and he knows he is the one to do it. It is a form of honor so rarely seen. He is not a shield to hide behind, but a sword to pick up and thrust back into the bellies of those who try to kick you when you are down. It is unlikely that our ancestors would have looked to Fenrir in their times. Wolves were outcasts, unsafe, unpredictable, dangerous. They likely would have turned to other gods for their safety and strength. Their campfires were usually meant to keep the wolves at bay, not to invite them in. Their dogs were domesticated, no longer wild and free. But not Fenrir. He lives in the wild, thrives in the shadows beyond the warmth of the fire. He learned not to trust those with greed in their eyes and hate in their hearts. Though today, we gather here free of malice. We gather void of manipulative intentions. We come battered and bruised, like him. And like him, we are still standing. So with our heads held high, we call on Fenrir. Take a journey with me now. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time. Deep in, then slowly out. One last time in as we slip into that space between worlds and out. It's dark. You have stumbled to the ground. The woods are around you. The trees and bushes packed close. It's hard to tell which way to move, but you hear a loud yell behind you, and you know forward is your only option. In your mind, only one word makes sense: run. You struggle to your feet and push off with everything you have. Your limbs are tired, your feet ache, but you push forward because the danger you sense behind you is greater than all of your discomfort. You finally feel you may escape, and you trip over a root and into a clearing. As you turn around onto your back to prop yourself up, you are met with a terrible sight: a man towering over you, sword drawn at your neck. You can feel his anger, but worse still, he's smiling. A nasty grin that threatens a bad future. The cold steel rests firmly against your throat as he tosses shackles down into your hands. His booted foot puts pressure on your chest. You can feel the weight making it harder to breathe. "Put them back on, and I'll get you back where you belong," he growls. This is it. This is your life. Stuck in this cycle. The first shackle clamps closed as your mindset settles back into that place it's been for far too long, one of subjugation. Just as you clink the last clamp closed on your wrist, feeling the familiar lack of movement, you hear it. The twig snapping, right at the edge of the clearing. The man raises his torch above his head to investigate, casting shadows dancing across the wooded area. Just as he decides it must have been nothing and lowers his torch, you see a blur of movement, and a moment later hear the man scream and the torch fall away from you. "My hand!" he yells as he stumbles back. You can't get a clear look with the torch so close to you on the ground, causing night blindness, but you realize his foot is no longer on your chest, and you start to scramble to your feet. The yelling has stopped. It is silent, allowing you to focus. Now you can see clearly. The massive wolf before you, taller than a man, making no sound at all, his maw covered in crimson. As he opens it to lick away some drops, you see a glow of red in the back of his throat. Nothing is said, but the wolf moves forward. You're frozen. The instincts that told you to run earlier aren't loud enough to move you now. A low rumble deep within the wolf's chest vibrates the air around you as he lowers his head. You raise your shackled arms to defend yourself and squint hard to prepare for the worst. Then, clash! You instantly feel the pressure from your wrist disappear. And when you focus your eyes again, the shackles are in pieces on the ground. You raise your head now and make eye contact. His eyes are black, but full of understanding. He then blinks and turns to walk away. Right before you dash into the woods, you grab the belt knife off the man who is no more, and then disappear into the night. And now, we are back in the park. You may open your eyes again and join me in the here and now. You may repeat after me. Hail, Fenrir!
Hail, Fenrir!
Ferocious fighter!
Ferocious fighter!
Demonized battle wolf!
Demonized battle wolf!
False devil!
False devil!
Fettered unfairly!
Fettered unfairly!
Son of chaos!
Son of chaos!
Son of sorrow!
Son of sorrow!
Accused of evil!
Accused of evil!
Betrayed by a friend!
Betrayed by a friend!
Rebellious hound!
Rebellious hound!
Render of flames!
Render of flames!
Breaker of chains!
Breaker of chains!
You who bring justice!
You who bring justice!
Equitable liberator!
Equitable liberator!
You who fight tooth and nail!
You who fight tooth and nail!
Keeper of the wild woods!
Keeper of the wild woods!
Hail Fenrir!
Hail, Fenrir!
Fenrir, I now call to you from the edge of the woods. Come closer and listen to our pleas. You who have been wrongfully cast out deserve a few moments by our fire. Great wolf, we ask of you to lend us your claws, for you have the strength to break free of chains that would hold you back. Lend us your teeth, for you have the power to show those who betray you what they will get in return. And lend us your mind, for you have the wit and mental prowess to convince even the gods that you are someone worth listening to, even when they count you as enemy. Injustice is your constant supper. Abuse is how you quench your thirst. And when your fetters break, a fire is unleashed. We ask you to give us the strength to break our own chains and help us defend against injustice and fight back against abuse. We ask you to help us light the cleansing fires that would burn away all that would fester and infect, and bring equity back into a world who so desperately needs it. Of this, I ask you. Hail Fenrir!
Hail Fenrir!
All right, I'm going to walk around the circle. I'm going to come to you. I'm going to give each of you a blessing from Fenrir to sharpen your claws so that you may go forth stronger than when you came. So, may your mind stay sharp and your claws stay sharper against injustice and oppression. It's as long as my forearm. May your mind stay sharp and your claws stay sharper against injustice and oppression. May your mind stay sharp and your claws stay sharper against injustice and oppression. May your mind stay sharp and your claws stay sharper against injustice and oppression.
May your mind stay sharp and your claws stay sharper against injustice and oppression.
Thank you, sir. And now, we will be inviting all the gods to join us in this pluralistic kindred. We believe that all gods are worthy of veneration. You may repeat after me. God seen and unseen.
God seen and unseen.
Heard and unheard.
Heard and unheard.
Known and unknown.
Known and unknown.
Spoken and unspoken.
Spoken and unspoken.
Named and unnamed.
Named and unnamed.
We ask that you join us now in this space.
We ask you to join us now in this space.
That you treat those of us here and those we love
Those of us here and those we love.
with gentle hands,
With gentle hands.
with care and compassion.
With care and compassion.
Watch over us in our time of need
Watch over us in our time of need.
and help each one of us to grow and prosper.
And help each one of us to grow and prosper.
So let it be.
So let it be.
And now I will be pouring my libation onto the hogar, and you may once again repeat after me if you would like to. From the gods
From the gods
to the earth
To the earth.
to us,
To us.
from us
From us.
to the earth
To the earth.
to the gods.
to the
To
gods.
us.
A gift has been given.
Gift
Gift has been given.
May it be well received.
May it be well received.
So let it be.
So let it be.
Ritual is ended.